lead story in the Daily Telegraph. PR gold. You've been writing about the big issues in pensions now for many years, week in, week out, about means testing, about auto-enrolment. Do you think it has an impact?
It's about time pensions made the front pages of the papers, let's be honest. We've been working together, a long time now, years. Pensions is not the sexiest subject. It's really hard to get that in the public domain. These days, pensions, all of a sudden, they're being taken really, really seriously. It's because of the work that we've done, people like us have done over the years. In the old days, it was hard to get pensions into finance papers, let alone the main newspapers. And maybe some of the stuff we all did in those days leading up to it had a lot to do with bringing it onto the front page, not just of the newspapers, but of the government's agenda. And it's not just everything, so I write for things like Pensions Week, pensions management, money marketing, all those things. It's not what you do at any one time, it's the continuity of it. It's got to be, you've got to keep there. You're surfing a wave of change. Pensions, the one thing about pensions, unfortunately, I think, the one thing about pensions that's constant is that it changes constantly. That's the unfortunate fact. Keeping on that wave of change and reporting back on it in plain English is kind of what I do. And not just me, loads of people, but that's kind of what I specialise in.
You're famous for the light-hearted approach you take to your presentations, and you even draw cartoons. What do you say to the people that say that you trivialise the issues in pensions?
Well, the cartoons help. I think if you can explain, the cartoons explain things in a few lines. If you can do that with words as well, then you get under people's radar.
Right. Well, you've always been at the centre of the pensions debate as long as I've known you. How did you get to, what's brought you to where you are now?
I worked at the Proof for a long time, and I ended up as head of pensions there. I was headhunted to go to Scottish Life, taken over by the Royal London Group. I was head of pension strategy there. Now I'm here, running the Jargonfree pensions website, working at Paradigm, trying to build new modern-day pension schemes for employees who up to now, quite frankly, haven't had the opportunity to be in schemes.
Pensions have always been seen as a hugely complicated subject. You've been very successful, very prolific with your TV appearances, radio appearances, blogging, cartooning, and now you're putting a lot of effort into the Jargonfree website and all the work around that. Do you see an end to it at all?
The real problem with pensions always has been the fact that it's kind of got its own language. Gobbledygook is probably the best word for it. Translating that into English, using cartoons, through stage presentations, through whatever method you can to get the message across. It's just always seemed to me the way to do it. It's not the way that everyone will do it, it's just the way that I happen to do it. All I've done is stuck where the action is on pensions. That's a silly way of saying it, but I've stayed there and I've reported back on it in plain English, I hope, to people who are interested in understanding that.